Okay, I'm starting right now. Here we go.
All right. Uh, Good morning. I'm Eric Alston with WACIF, Washington Area Community Investment Fund, and I have with me my colleague Grace Butler. And you are, just so you know, in the Zoom for unlocking opportunities with WACIF. And it's really about for any business owner that is launching, scaling, or fortifying their business in some way. And we're super excited to have the opportunity to talk with you. And with that, let's go to the next slide and I'll let Grace introduce herself and I'll say a little bit more about myself.
Good morning, everyone. As Eric mentioned, my name is Grace Butler. I'm the Director of Credit and Risk here at WACIF, which means I lead our lending team, where we're hoping to share with you some more information and provide you some details on our financial products that we have to offer to support your business. Thank you all for joining, and we're hoping for a great workshop today.
Thank you, Grace. I'm Eric Alston, as I mentioned. I'm a relationship manager. And I talk to business owners. I guess I have the luxury of talking to business owners most of my day. All types of business owners, all types of businesses. And I'm going to start the presentation. I'm going to go to our first slide, our first few slides. This is our agenda. And you'll see our first few slides are going to be about WACIF, about our organization and what we're tasked with doing and what we're focused on, really our mission and how we empower growth within communities and for businesses within those communities. Second, my colleague Grace is going to talk about accessing capital and our loan solutions and all the things we do to qualify businesses for funding and the things that we share and the things that we ask you to share and how that process works. Towards the end of the presentation, we're going to talk a little bit about our programs and our support, our technical assistance, the things that we provide to business owners so that they can, again, launch, scale, and fortify their business, right? So that they are operating a strong business and a business that will last. And finally, and at the end, we're going to give you some steps to take if you want to move forward with the process, right? If you want to talk with a business advisor like me or access our advisory services, or if you want to engage our lending team and pursue funding for your business. We'll give you the steps to do that. And then lastly, we'll give you some other resources, like other locations of resources where you can connect with WACIF, sign up for a program, sign up for service, that type of thing. And yeah, that's the agenda. We're excited to have you. We're going to take questions if you look. We need some questions because otherwise this is going to be us talking, and we want to talking about information that we've prepared. We want to have your input, so we encourage if you're on the Zoom to ask us a question or two, and we'll get to it at the appropriate time. So if you do ask a question and we don't respond right away, know that we're going to come to it and we're going to respond. So, all right, the first slide, my first, I guess, real slide is going to be empowering entrepreneurs and building futures. And this is really about. I'm going to take it in reverse, right? So I'm going to say there's some things that have traditionally slowed entrepreneurs from growing or having the confidence they've needed to build their business. And one is oftentimes you're starting out alone, right? You don't have employees, you don't have you're not part of a larger company, and you haven't really built your network typically within your space. So you have a limited network. So I'm starting with the last one. And one of the things we try to do is we try to share WACIF tries to share its social capital. So we want to connect you. We want you to know people in your industry. We want you to know of other business owners and other businesses that are doing things similar to you, and for you to have a community. Another thing we try to do is we try to share, and I'm going to go to the resource gaps. We try to give you knowledge. We try to share our knowledge of business and operating businesses with you, so that you can grow and build your business. And then, in addition, and finally, one of our products is we try to share capital. We're in the business of providing funding to business owners so that they can grow and they can sustain their business. So those are the pieces or the blocks at the foundation of what we're doing at WACIF, and we're excited that you joined this call, and we hope that we get to meet you and talk with you and learn more about your business and yourself. So next slide. Our mission. We're every entrepreneur. I'm going to pull a piece out of this segment. Every entrepreneur has a chance to build their dream, right? But you can get lost in building that dream by being caught up in paperwork, caught up in bills, caught up in the day-to-day work of running a business. So our mission is to try to remind you, through helping you continue your journey, that you're on a great journey, and this is your dream. We want your dream, your vision to turn into reality, and we want it to last. That's the surest way for that to happen. And our vision is really thriving communities where all businesses are represented, all types of businesses are represented, and all types of people running those businesses are represented. So that's a little bit of our mission and vision. That's our CEO shown there. But lastly, our values. I'm going to talk just a little bit about some of the values we have. One is because, look, we like to do, and I guess, pride ourselves on doing business with credible business owners and credible people. And we feel like you're going to attract what you are. So we take a lot of pride in having strong values and being true to those values in how we operate. We want meaningful change. Everyone at WACIF is in this space because they want to help business owners. It's important for you to know that as you approach us. And we typically even go as far as calling it the WACIF family. So we want you to be a part of what we're doing, and we want to help you be empowered. We want to build a good community. We want to help you know or feel that you're in an environment where you can be truthful and honest, and it's not going to be held against you. It's going to be used as a way to help you grow and build yourself and your business. And then, at the same time, we want to have an impact, and we want to be innovative, right? We want to do things in a way that's unique and helpful, and that makes sense. So those are the values that make up WACIF. We're excited because we've been around, a long time. That's always nice to be able to say. But we're really excited that we've continued to grow and change and evolve and meet the needs of the communities that we serve. So those are our values. Let's go to the next slide, and I'm going to just take a quick pause, and I can't see my chat and see if there are any questions, but I'm going to open it up. If there are questions on anything I've shared so far, you can ask them, and I'm going to turn it over to my colleague, Grace.
Thank you, Eric. So like Eric said, a part of what our mission is offering options to entrepreneurs that they may not have access to for whatever reasons, whether it's because you're a startup or you're looking to grow and access to the right capital may not be available through traditional spaces. So how do we fuel your business growth? Well, one of the ways we do that is by offering flexible financing options that are designed specifically for empowering small businesses and entrepreneurs. We have several loan products that we offer here at WACIF. Our general loan product is our term loan. And so that is a flexible general loan fund available for many different reasons, whether you're needing to expand your operations, increase your inventory, for working capital, or maybe you have a large equipment purchase. Typically, these loans range anywhere from $10,000 to $250,000, which is our maximum available loan amount. And then we also have a couple of growth fund loans that we have. So we have one in the sustainable and clean energy industry. So that is our Green Growth Fund. And so this is for small businesses that are advancing sustainable practices. One great thing about these growth fund loans is that they're accompanied with boost grants. So the Green Growth Fund has a 15% sustainable boost grant that is awarded to you and your business after your loan is repaid in full. The maximum amount for the Green Growth Fund is a $75,000 request. And so again, it's if you're any type of industry that has sustainable practices, or if you're specifically in the green industry, whether it's with electric vehicle charging stations or the construction company that prioritizes sustainable material, any of those things, contract that you've won in the sustainable industry that you're needing funding to support completion of that contract, this would be a good fund for you to consider for those type of requests. And then we also have the Resilient Growth Fund. This is a capital product for businesses that are looking to grow, to overcome, and to thrive. As we know, having a small business is not an easy task. And so there are challenges that we may see throughout starting or growing or scaling your business. So this particular fund is for those scenarios. If you're rebuilding your credit, or if you've happened to fallen into some sort of high cost debt and you're wanting to refinance, or you're just facing traditional barriers as we often see when it comes to accessing capital for businesses. This loan maxes out at $45,000. And again, it is accompanied with the boost grant that's available after full repayment. This grant is a $5,000 fixed amount, no matter the amount of the loan that you were to apply for and inquire for. And then lastly, we are what's called an SBA intermediary lender, which means we are able to provide products that are backed by the SBA. And so that product is our microloan. So this is for businesses that are needing just some injection of cash, whether it's for paying off whether it's for purchasing equipment, it could be for inventory, small inventory purchases, it could be for just general operations if you're needing payroll support, day-to-day operational support. This is a great loan that supports those uses. The maximum amount for this loan product is $50,000. However, there are some restraints. This SBA microloan cannot be used if you're looking to purchase real estate or if you're looking to pay off existing debt. So with every loan, there's always, a process. And so one of the ways that WACIF looks to help you unlock your business potential is being very involved in your application process. We've streamlined this process to be built for entrepreneurs like yourselves that are typically, in the business every day, working consistently. You have live regular lives, but you're also running a business and understanding about the time that it takes to complete and invest in these type of processes. So we look to, have step-by-step guidance with you throughout the way. So when you start your application process, you'll start with our client intake form. What that'll do is get some, initial details about your business and really see what it is that you're looking to do to make sure that it is a good fit for our products, because there are some qualifying factors as far as who we're able to lend to. We do focus on businesses in the DC area, in certain cities and counties within Virginia and Maryland. And so that intake form will kind of help us know ahead of time where we can start with you as you're beginning this journey. And so from there, you'll meet one-on-one with one of our WACIF advisors to now discuss in more depth your unique needs, tailored options, really receive personalized guidance, because, no two businesses are the same, even if they're in the same industry. Your business plan is specific to your vision for your business. And so we want to have a really good understanding so that we make sure that when we go to look to see what products would be the best fit, we're able to tailor that to your needs. So once we've had that initial conversation, you'll really start the application process. And so that entails submitting business and financial documentations, tax returns, your business plan may be requested, and we really walk with you step by step. You'll work with an intake coordinator, loan administrator that'll be available to answer any questions you may have. It's not something that we want to add pressure to, but want it to be seen as, we're here to help you. And so once those documents are submitted with a full application, your submission is complete. And that's when we go into your underwriting and review phase. During that time, we work really intimately with our underwriter to really, ask some questions, and just being transparent. It can be a very in-depth and potentially tedious process, because we really want to make sure that we're being intentional to make sure that the funds that we're injecting into your business really support you and help you grow. And so after that review process, it goes up for approval. And typically you can expect this decision within about a 2 to 4 week time frame. Now, it's very important to remember that 2 to 4 week time frame starts once that full application and those documents are submitted. So it's not a rush for you to submit those things, but it is, I think, important for me to share with you that once those documents are completed and submitted, that's when that time frame of about 2 to 4 weeks starts. And that's just on average. Again, every application, every business is different. So some applications, we may need a little more time to work out a reasonable solution and product that supports you where you are and keeps you, and we keep you informed at every stage of this process. So this kind of just outlines a little bit more in detail what we just went over on the previous slide, from eligibility to closing. Again, just reiterating, document collection, underwriting, loan review, and then approval and closing. So about some of the loan terms, we're happy that we're able to provide flexible and competitive loan terms. So WACIF is what's called a CDFI, it's a Community Development Financial Institution. So we are a financial institution, but we're not traditional like many banks that you may experience, which means that what that means is we're able to be a little bit more flexible and competitive as far as our loan terms are concerned, because the goal and the mission and the vision, as Eric said, is to empower your business. And the best way that we can do that is meeting your business where you are and providing, those tailor-made products and solutions that help you and your business to thrive. So our rates are competitive. currently with some banks, but there are also rates that are not predatory. So a lot of times small business owners run into what we call predatory lenders, which are those really quick and easy loans that you can get maybe sometimes same day, within a couple of days, but they have really aggressive repayment terms. Our goal is not to add pressure, but to add a little bit of relief and support. So we commit to community investment that has impact, and really eliminates those unnecessary burdens. And then also we're able to be flexible in our repayment structures. So our terms typically go anywhere from 12 months to up to 7 years. Again, it really just depends on what your business's needs are. So if you're looking for short-term working capital, we can make that work for your current business status. Or if it's a more long-term, if you have a project that may last, several years, or you're looking to, do some major upgrades or expansion to your business, we have terms that can match the need of what you're looking for. It's not something that we're forcing you into and you're having to make a lot of adjustments to fit, but we really take a lot of time to make sure that that loan product and the use of your funds really fits where you are and where your business's cash flow is. So of course, with most loans, there is collateral required. So off top, all of our loans require personal guarantees, which just basically means as the owner of your business and any other owners that have 20% or greater ownership, we want you to, have some skin in the game, essentially. We want you to pledge to say that, you support this business, that you have as much expectation of success for your business as we do. And what that means is that, you're adding another level of security to the guarantee that, this is a loan and it will be repaid. But while it is a loan, it's also more than a loan for us because our mission goes beyond capital. We're able to provide advisory services and ongoing support. It really is a community, like Eric mentioned earlier. We're really wanting to create long-term partnerships that can really create community impact, generational wealth within your communities, your families. And it's not just a one-time thing, that it really becomes a relationship with us as an organization. So how do we invest in that vision? What are we looking for? So of course, we're looking for a strong business model. A lot of times that's portrayed in your business plan. It helps us to know, how do you plan to meet this need? What is the need that you saw in the market, or what is the drive that made you want to start this business? And how have you set up or structured your business model to meet that need or to provide that service? What's the market demand for it? And how are you strategically planning? All of these things are really necessary steps in the beginning phases of your business to kind of, I don't want to say guarantee, but, give you the best chance to pathway forward for growth and sustained success within your economy. So we look at your business model. We also look at your entrepreneurial drive as the owner. We're really investing in you because you're the visionary behind your business. It's your integrity, your experience, your passion, your dedication that's really fueling these businesses to thrive and to grow. And so within that investment, we're also creating a clear financial path. And now when we say clear, we don't necessarily mean easy. Again, I want to make sure you understand that this is a process and it takes time, as I'm sure you know, because having a business, being an entrepreneur, running a business is not an easy task. But when we say clear, we're as transparent as can be. We've heard experiences that sometimes in other institutions or traditional banks, you may not get the answer you're looking for, and you also don't know why. One thing that we pride ourselves on is that we're really investing in creating a community and a relationship with you all. So even if at the time, with the financial projections and cash flow, we assess everything in a realistic way. So to know that even if what you're looking for, you may not be able to qualify at this time, here are the steps that we need, or here are the steps that you should take. Here are the things that we need to see. And also here are some individuals that can support you and provide resources for you to meet that goal, and then be able to confidently walk into that loan product and meet those loan obligations. And again, mission is really what the focus is. We really prioritize businesses that have a mission, like how we have a mission. You're wanting to create jobs, you're wanting to provide services, and really empower communities within the DC area. You know, we're all looking to make a difference. And so if we have that understanding coming in that we're looking to hope you make a difference, that it fuels your desire to make a difference within the community. So I'm going to pause for some questions, but these are some frequently asked questions that we typically are asked. I told you a little bit about what a CDFI is and how we differ from a traditional bank. We talked about our eligibility documents. So we want to take a moment to open up for any questions that may not have been included in some of the stuff we've already covered, some of the things we've already covered.
We have a question in the chat. I'm going to read it, and we can maybe tag team it. What if you are a small business that wants to become more green? For example, replacing drafty windows with energy efficient ones. I'll start by saying I think one of the questions in the question in there was, would you qualify for the Green Growth Fund? And I think the answer is probably. And if you're looking for other ways to become more green, I would say that we offer some seminars and workshops, and we've connected with a consultant, the Phalet Group, that will help you kind of identify, give you some sustainability, give you a sustainability 101 lesson as far as what things qualify and how you can move your business in that direction. So I'll provide, we'll put some information in there about the Phalet Group, but that's the response. Another question, are new entrepreneur without financial statement eligible for loans?
That's a great question, and one I actually missed. So one of the eligibility factors is that you do have a minimum of 1 year of business revenue at or above 50,000. So to answer your question, qualifying for a loan, not at that time. We do need to see financials so that we can really structure and see where your business is and see what your business can afford as far as the loan product. But that doesn't exclude you from the services that WACIF does provide. And Eric's going to share some more information about our technical assistance and support services. So I would encourage you to still, inquire and start the process now there. Because a lot of times the difference in an approval at first application submission is the amount of preparation that goes into the early phases of your loan. So if you're inquiring, you're already involved in our webinars, our support services, we're able to support you in those areas that even may support you with gathering those financial documents and preparing those for submitting your application. We have different resources that we can provide you. So the direct answer to your question is not yet, but we have services to help you get to that point where you are able to eligible to to apply for the loan.
Oh, sorry, I thought you were done. Go ahead, because there's one more question.
Yeah, I was just going to read it. What would disqualify a business from receiving a loan? And I'm going to just preface Grace's answer by saying there's probably several different things that could. And I'll let Grace answer.
Yeah, you're absolutely right, Eric. There are several things that could potentially disqualify you for a loan. Now, there are some non-negotiables. We do have some industries that we are not allowed to lend to. We follow the same guidelines as the SBA. So, the cannabis industry, any type of pyramid or those type of businesses. There's several different business industries that we are unable to lend to. Now, as far as, specific underwriting metrics that may not get you a yes right away. Now that's totally different from, disqualifying completely from a loan, but may not get you a yes right away. We look at cash flow, we look at the performance of the business. We take a deep dive. And so it's not always a no per se. Some things we do look at, if there's outstanding, tax debt or collections, we want to see that you're making progress to reduce or eliminate those. So payment plans are some of those things that that can overcome those potential not yet reasons. So again, like I said, we're very flexible. If you have some struggles that you've had, I don't want that to deter you from reaching out and inquiring, because again, we're going to be transparent with you and let you know, hey, these are some things that we see that you may need to take care of for us to be able to give you the best opportunity to a yes as far as your application approval decision is concerned. So it's all, again, several reasons, but also on a case-by-case basis as well.
And there's a follow-up. Can a business get a loan to repay predatory loans?
Yes. So we do have loan products that we can use for refinancing high interest debt or predatory debt. Again, typically, honestly, it's usually a given. Is what we look for is the amount of impact reducing that debt or eliminating that debt will do for your business. And typically, on average, we see that it really opens up the cash flow because, again, like we said earlier, the repayment for those type of loans are very aggressive. It makes it difficult for you to get ahead. And so we kind of eliminate that by consolidating that into a smaller, more reasonable payment so that you can free up some cash in other areas of your operations. So yes, our loans can be used for refinancing predatory debt.
All right.
Mhm.
All right, let's move forward. Let's move to the next, the programmatic services. And this is, Grace mentioned some of these things. Is one-on-one advisory support. I had a call this morning with a business owner, just inquiring, kind of poking his toe in the water as far as whether he should pursue financing. And we had a good conversation, and he was forwarded to Lyndon to have the lending team look at his factuals, his numbers, right, and meet him and determine which way he should go. So that's our one-on-one advisory support. So that's just an example of someone looking for funding. Perhaps you're looking for something else. It varies. It could be someone looking for legal help, but we advise one-to-one. And if we can't deliver an answer, right, or the solution, we point you or direct you to someone who can, a professional who is trained and expert in that area where you need technical assistance. And then the other area is workshops and webinars. And I just want to point out, I mentioned the FALIC group as a provider of resources for sustainability and green business practices. And I just want to point that we had an event or seminar with them on late in February on the 26th. So we're doing seminars, workshops, webinars with experts that we feel can help you grow, fortify, launch your business. We've got some other things coming up, and you should look at our events page. We have a large summit, Cultivate Summit, coming up in later this month. We have several. We've done certified up seminars, and we have a capital readiness seminar, which will help you know what needs to happen and where your financials need to be in order for you to apply. So workshops and webinars, pretty big on those. And the one thing I didn't mention is at low or no cost. we typically don't charge. I mean, it's rare that we offer a fee, or we require a fee. And then we do business cohorts, and we've been doing these for years, and they've been a lot of good feedback on these cohorts. And it's a SEND, Capital Accelerator and Wealth and Wellness Program, are a couple of them. So again, go to our website, or when you're on our website, go to some of these pages, click on the tabs, and learn more about these opportunities to get some free training and some free support. Also in the chat, I just noticed Dina has put some information about, actually this was from Maricela, the person who's coordinating the Cultivate Summit. She put some details on that. And then Dina put in there our events page. So please check us out. I mean, we want to look. We want more than just this digital relationship with you. I mean, we want to get to know the people we're serving, and we want to know about your business, and we want to encourage you face to face when possible to keep going as an entrepreneur, and to help you overcome any problems you may have. So let's go to the next slide, and we're kind of wrapping up here. So this is good. Programs at Power, I mentioned Certified Up. We've talked about a sustainable DC project where we're basically helping entrepreneurs, along with the coalition that's based in DC, build sustainable businesses, or businesses that are focused on sustainability. I mentioned the Ascend Capital Accelerator, and we have a pivot project that's launching and starting right now, where we're helping entrepreneurs transition from full-time business ownership. I'm unable to see my screen. Okay. Or scale with confidence, or grow their business, basically. And these are just some of the ways we're helping businesses have a great impact in the DC area and beyond. Next slide. These are some of the places, like the physical places where you can. Well, right now, the Anacostia Arts Center, which is the home for, we used to utilize that office space a lot, and the overall center a lot for gatherings and for trainings and for sessions. And it's currently being transformed. So it's going to be better. We don't have time to show you, and we put a slide in there about the renderings, but it's going to be awesome. I mean, it's going to be a jewel of Ward 8 and of the city. And within that, we have the Hive, which is a co-working space, the only co-working space east of the river, and it is also, I think it's in a hub zone, so it has been a popular destination for many businesses. We also are home to the Office of Women's Initiatives, and we have made a big effort to support female entrepreneurs, one of the largest growing sector of entrepreneurs in the space. And we have many programs that they're open to all, but they're designed around helping female entrepreneurs be successful as well. An overlooked community, underserved community. So next slide. And these are just another slide with some of those events that I talked about. State of the Ecosystem annual gathering, focused on economic development and what goes into it, all the partners, all the players. And again, building community, because as a solopreneur, an entrepreneur, you typically don't have that community those people to talk with, those people to interact with, those people to get feedback from. Cultivate Summit. Same thing. It's not the same thing, but it's on its way. It's closer. It's going to happen in a few weeks. And there's a link in your chat for you to sign up if you haven't already, as well as the Fusion Festival, which is focused on the creative space and creatives and helping visionaries build businesses that support oftentimes, I'll say other visionaries, but all businesses. And we're excited that we can be a part of that and build that space as well, because it's really necessary, because we're in the entrepreneurship space. I mean, we don't serve early stage businesses, but we do serve after a year, and that's pretty early. And we're excited about those other visionaries that are starting businesses and do serve all businesses. Let's see. Lastly, we're getting close to the last. So I don't know. Let's go to the next slide, please. We got some testimonials, and you can read these. I'm not gonna. I won't read them. I'll let you take a look at them. But one of the things I'm most excited about, or get really excited about, is when we go places and people, business owners, come up to me or someone at WACIF, and I'm nearby, and they talk about what WACIF did for them. We have a lot of those stories, and I don't say that to brag. I don't say that to poke my chest. I just say it because they come from all over, and that's telling of the type of work that the organization has done prior to me and hopefully post me, right? They have delivered to people, and we want to connect with you. We want to help you. We want you to be part of our family also. We appreciate you joining our call, our webinar, and we hope that we can answer some questions and at some point meet you. And there are stories on our website as well. And if ultimately, we're hoping you become a story.
Absolutely. And Eric, if I can just add one thing that I want to point out about this is the realness of the impact. And when we say creating lasting community impact, these aren't just loans or one-time workshops or things where, you get it and we never reach out and we kick you out of the nest. No, we really want to see it as an ongoing relationship, because, troubles come and troubles go. So there always be opportunities for us to support you, whether it's, during the best times or some of the worst times. We can go to sleep tonight, or let me not say that. We've experienced going to sleep and waking up to the world shutting down and having to pivot and figure out what's going to happen. So that's the reality of entrepreneurship, that, that all falls on you. So we want to be seen as a consistent resource that you can continuously experience and come to and reach out to us. Even if you don't need funding and you just have a general question about something, reaching out to our advisors like Eric, or if you get a loan and, you have some challenges with your loan, reach back out to the lending team, say, what can I do, or how can you help me? Because again, the goal is lasting impact and thriving businesses. So we want to support you as much as we can to reach those goals and to make those lasting impacts. So this isn't just, a one-time thing. Like we're at WACIF. Once you join us, we're in your lives forever. So take advantage of that, because, we really mean that. We have a team of wonderful individuals that all have that desire and drive to see the entrepreneurial community thrive and grow.
That's awesome. Thank you for that. Now, there's some other questions in the chat, so I'm going to at least one. What makes you different and also similar to DC, SBDC, and other local agencies like the Latino Small Business outreach. I think there are more similarities than differences, honestly. That's just from having worked around. I mean, those organizations are made up of people that really care about the business community, the ecosystem overall, and we're right there with them. I don't know that they're huge different. We all have a slightly different lending requirement. We all have slightly different loan products. We all have slightly different events, but in the broader sense, there are more similarities than differences among us, and we partner partly because we have to, but partly because we know that's what's going to change the world, change the ecosystem. We have to partner. We got to work together, and we do. So I know they do also. We've worked with LEDC all the time. They're in they're part of the Pivot program. They're on other boards and groups with us. We work with all the DC agencies. You know why? Because if you don't work with people, you can't deliver the best service. When people are asking you questions about, well, where can I go? What can I do? If you haven't spent time working with other organizations and learning about what they offer, you're not going to be able to refer them. I refer people to LEDC all the time, simply because they do work with earlier stage businesses. So at times, someone has started a business, a month ago, and they're looking for funding, and I may direct them to LEDC, or it's a community, and we're working to build it. So far more similarities than differences. But I think you'd probably be whoever asked the question, you'd probably be a better person to answer how we're different. I'm too close to it, right? I'm kind of in it. So, but I will say I'm grateful to be in this ecosystem, because one thing that was maybe glossed over a little bit is Grace talked about they're going to give you an answer as to why you don't qualify. And if you don't, right? Or what you could do differently, or that's gold. You're not going to get that from a lot of financial institutions. And so I hope that you heard that, and I hope that you appreciate that, and I hope that factors in to your decision when you decide who you're going to partner with and who you're going to give your personal information and your trust. So they're going to tell you their truth as far as what they saw in your numbers, and that's really, really valuable. So with that, if maybe you just want to have a talk about your business and where you are and what you might be doing, next steps. Maybe you want to see if you qualify for a loan. Maybe you want to go to a workshop. So those are the 3 QR codes shown. You can access all of those or you can access all of those areas at our WACIF website, wacif.org. And then we have another slide where we're given, if you go to the next one, I don't want to cut you off, but you can go here and see some of our social. So this is, okay, let's see. Will you share
we
the
did get a
slide?
couple of other questions. Someone asked if
Yeah.
we'll share the slides. So we
Yeah.
won't necessarily share the slides, but we will. The presentation has been recorded. It will be uploaded onto our YouTube page, which that is our YouTube link that you see on your screen in the bottom right, which is where all of our workshops and a lot of great content is uploaded. So you will be able to access this presentation from our YouTube channel.
And do we sign And do you sign NDA when working with the business?
Yeah, again, we are a financial institution, a CDFI. So as employees of a financial institution, that is a part of our paperwork in a sense, is that we do have a very strict policy on privacy and disclosure acts that we adhere to. Our HR is very up to date on compliance with that. I believe we actually update it annually. So we won't necessarily specifically have one titled for your business, but as employees of a financial institution, we have compliance that we have to adhere to, and privacy is a huge part of those type of compliance requirements.
Thank you. So we need some feedback. Look, we we like to think we're doing an okay job, but we're trying to get better. And we're working on webinars, we're working on all kinds of things, and we need some feedback on our webinar today. And Dina's going to put a link in there for some feedback, and we need you to give it to us. And if you would, and I'm even going to sweeten the pot. I'm going to offer some sort of WACIF tchotchke to the first two people that complete it, and it'll be a nice tchotchke. I mean, I don't want to throw it, but it'll be we're going to send you a nice tchotchke to the first two responses we receive. And if you would just give it, look, we want your feedback, and we're just asking for it. And if you could just take a minute and share about what did we meet your expectations? Did we exceed your expectations? What was missing? That type of thing. And it's all in the survey. I thank you for the comment, Mandira, and I think
Yeah, we have 5 minutes left. So if there's any last minute questions, again, I'm all for reclaiming time and giving time back, but we have 5 minutes. So if there's any questions that you thought about asking and weren't sure, but now's your opportunity. If you'd like to ask those questions before we end up today, I think Eric and I still have some gas in us to keep going.
we do. Yes. Yeah. Fill out that survey. I would take that too. If you can complete the survey right now, that's awesome also. But it's been great talking with you, and I hope I have another conversation with you at some point. Everyone who's on the call, or anyone who's on the call, and yeah, you can schedule a time and have a one-to-one conversation with me. My information is on the website. And Dina is going to share some more helpful links. The event page is there in the chat. The lending page. That Sustainable DC page.
No, I'm actually going to go back one slide to those QR codes, just in case if you weren't able to catch those, put those back up for you guys.
Oh, go ahead, Mandira.
We actually got 2 submissions. Survey
Oh,
submissions. Yes.
I'm not understanding the grants. We do distribute grants in particular cases for things, if that's what the question is. That's part of our tool chest as far as helping small businesses. We deliver grants for various in various regions for various reasons. So, but it's not always, and it's depending on how much we have allotted. They can be very competitive to get, but we do issue. We've issued quite a few since I've been here. So you got stay close, and I think you'll be. I mean, you looks like you probably because of your attentiveness on the call have won an award for one of the tchotchke I promised. And it's true with the grants also, and participate in the program. I mean, I think you'll be surprised. They're competitive, but not impossible in any way. All right, we're gonna wrap up, guys. Thank you so much for all the time, and please reach out if there was something you didn't want to bring up. You can again reach me through the website, and if you need to connect with Grace, I can connect you with Grace, or you can connect with Grace through Lyndon. So thank you so much for your time and for joining and for your questions. We enjoyed it, and we look forward to, I guess, talking with you again in the future.
Yep. Thank you, everyone. Have a great weekend. And you can also share with your networks. These are workshops that we'll be doing every month. So again, stay connected. Thank y'all. Have a great week.
Thank you.